It is official, folks. Mike Brown is your newest New York Knicks head coach. We got some breaking New York Knicks news, folks. It is now official. Mike Brown, welcome to the New York Knicks. This is exciting news if you're a Knicks fan because we finally got our head coach. The search is over. It's about time, and we got a winning coach. We got somebody that if you're a New York Knicks fan, you should be hopeful and you should be excited that he is the man for the job. You can argue he is an upgrade over Tom Thibodeau. All right, he's got experience. You don't got to worry about hiring a coach that doesn't have experience. If you don't know much about Mike Brown, been in the league since coaching LeBron James back in the early Cleveland Cavaliers days. Was an assistant afterwards, went to the Sacramento Kings to be the head coach. He went to the Kings and made them the number one offense in the NBA. He's an offensive-minded coach. All right? We're transitioning to a new era of Knicks basketball, and that is offense. We're going from the defensive-minded Tom Thibodeau to the offensive-minded Mike Brown. And you look at the trajectory of the NBA, you need offense. And, of course, defense is important. I'm not neglecting that. The good thing is the Knicks got good players on this roster, personnel-wise, that I got confidence in to get the job done defensively with the proper coaching, of course. So let me know your guys' thoughts right now that Mike Brown is your official next Knicks head coach. How are we feeling, Knicks fans, about this move? How are we feeling? All right. It seemed like a lot of Knicks fans were hopeful this was going to happen, right? I feel like there's not a lot of people that's going to be upset, right? I'd be shocked if people start saying they're upset. I think this is a great move. When you talk about the Knicks, what they need, it's a guy that can relate to players, someone that is intense, okay? He's an extremely emotional coach. If you don't know much about his personality, he will wear his heart on his sleeve. And there's clips of him with the Kings yelling at his team in practice. He can be fierce when he needs to. He's a real coach. He's not someone that's just going to let things happen. And not that Tom Thibodeau was that way. He wasn't. He was a hard-nosed coach as well. But Mike Brown is very animated, okay? And this is a completely different shift of perspective schematically for this New York Knicks team. You look at the roster, the way it's constructed with Karl-Anthony Towns, with Jalen Brunson, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, and the boys, and you think about what the possibilities are offensively, it's massive. I really do think that the Knicks are going to be yet again at the top of the league offensively. They were top of the league offensively last year with Thibodeau as the head coach. Can you imagine what Mike Brown can do with Jalen Brunson, with Karl-Anthony Towns, unlocking Mikal Bridges to his full potential? This should be exciting. And honestly, yes, there's a lot of pressure on Mike Brown. Let's not ignore that reality, that there's a lot of pressure on Mike Brown right now. What that pressure is he's got to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. If not even that, do better. Go to the NBA Finals. The Eastern Conference is wide open, number one. And number two, we fired the guy who got us to the Eastern Conference Finals. Anything less than an NBA Finals appearance this season is a failure. Last year, we said if we can get to the Eastern Conference Finals, that's our hope. Anything less than that's a failure. We went there, so this past season was not a failure. But now, expectations went up. We are going into this season as a Knicks fan base expecting something special, folks. Expecting something special. So I really do like the upside of this basketball team with it. If you're fired up about this move, folks, smash that thumbs up button right now for your boy. Hit the like button. Subscribe to Knicks Media if you're new, folks. There's a new era of New York Knicks basketball, and it's Mike Brown coming on in. I love this roster the way it's constructed, but I hope Knicks fans also keep in mind of the potential of a trade coming. You never know with Leon Rose. What's up his sleeve? I'm personally going to sit here and say I'm confident and comfortable with the way that this Knicks team is constructed. They do not need to make a trade. I think Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, Karl-Anthony Towns, Deuce McBride, Mitchell Robinson, Jordan Clarkson, Gershon, the young guys. I think that's enough to work with for Mike Brown. But then again, we're talking about Leon Rose, the man who's never satisfied, folks. He's never satisfied. Ever. So you got to look at it from that perspective, because I don't know what's up his sleeve. But talking about what we know in this present moment, the roster, the way it's constructed, it's beautiful. It really is. And I'm excited to see what Mike Brown is going to do in training camp, how is he going to make this team play, because we have been with Tom Thibodeau for 5 straight seasons, and they've been successful seasons, might I add. So there hasn't really, been a different, we're used to the Tom Thibodeau way being the only successful way of playing basketball with this Knicks team, that is. Thibodeau's the guy who lifted them up to the promised land, to a place that we've never been as a fan base in a long time, that is. Right? So now, I don't know, we can see a new level of Jalen Brunson. As great as Tom Thibodeau was to unlocking JB, and we can't just ignore that Thibodeau definitely was a positive impact for Jalen Brunson. That's a fact. But what do you think Mike Brown can do? Someone that specializes in offensive basketball. That's the biggest shift. If you want to know just a vanilla, easy shift, you're going from a head coach that preaches nothing but defense, and now you're going, that is stuck in a stubborn way of old school basketball, and now you're going into a head coach that has been around the league. It's not like a young, and the cool thing about this hire that I like personally, it's not like we're hiring this next rising offensive guru assistant that's never been a head coach before. Right? As much as we all wanted Johnny Bryant, he was never an option in Leon Rose's mind because he's not ready for it. He's not. That was an emotional thing that Knicks fans had, that I even had myself. Yeah, Johnny Bryant. Yeah, let's go after him. No, they wanted somebody with experience and also has a lot of upside. And I think Mike Brown brings that 100%. He's got a winning record as a head coach. I'm curious to bring it up because he's been extremely successful throughout his entire career as a coach in this league. He's 454 and 304. So his winning percentage is just under 60% winning percentage. That's fantastic as a head coach. All right? That's fantastic. All right? I love it. Absolutely love it. Baby, let's go. Now, I did order myself some lunch. And I ordered it before the Mike Brown news happened, so I'm waiting on a delivery to my apartment right now, which is funny, okay? I'm excited about this, bro, because there is so much going on. I got food coming while I'm live on YouTube about this breaking news. We're live on Instagram, YouTube, X, TikTok we're live on. We're live everywhere, folks, so hit that thumbs up button, folks, right here. And also, if you're new to the channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're trying to grow this YouTube channel to 16,000 subscribers. All right, if you want to help me get to 16K subs, a great way to do that is simply hit that subscribe button, share the show with your family and your friends. You guys are asking me what's for lunch. I ordered kava. That is what I ordered, kava. Very fire, if might I add. But man, the wait is finally over, and it feels like there's a weight lifted off my shoulders, bro. The weight is lifted off my shoulders and Knicks fan shoulders. We finally know who the guy is. We finally know who the coach is. This was a long search with us being clowned by the media, talking about the Knicks are requesting to interview all these guys. No one wants to be a Knick. That was called due diligence. Why are we complaining about asking Jason Kidd and the Mavericks if he's interested? Asking these coaches in the league, hey, you never know. There's nothing wrong with that. That was blown up out of proportion, in my opinion. But now Mike Brown has emerged as this candidate. Shout out to Knicks Fan TV, CP the franchise. He was all over this news, and he had it before anybody else that Mike Brown was going to be the next Knicks head coach. This is exciting, man. I think this is a good move. If you want to talk about based off of the marketplace of who's available, he was the best candidate that fits the boxes of have experience and all that fun stuff. Oh, my food's here. Gotta let him in, buzzing him in. Buzzing him in, folks. My food is here. I didn't know Mike Brown was about to get hired. I was just going to enjoy some lunch and then do some content later on today. But no, we got breaking news, okay? Breaking Knicks news. You know what that means when breaking Knicks news happens? We go live right here on Knicks Media to talk about it, folks. Welcome to the Knicks, Mike Brown. When's the introductory press conference? I'm ready to go. I'm ready for the introductory press conference, okay? I'm ready to go. Are you guys ready for it? Because I'm ready for it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm going to tell the guy to leave it at my door. You can leave the food at the door. Thanks. I don't have to go pick it up. I don't have to go pick it up. Come on. We're live. We're live. Does he not realize, his Uber Eats driver, that the Knicks just hired Mike Brown? I can't go pick up my food I ordered. Oh, man. All jokes aside, Knicks fans, this is the beginning of a new era of Knicks basketball, and I'm very excited about it, bro. I really am. Luke says, I love Mike Brown, brought the Knicks back, the Kings back to relevancy. And the cool thing about this, Luke, I'm glad you mentioned that. Mike Brown has firsthand experience of going to an organization and lifting them up and turning them into a legit team. That's what he did with the Sacramento Kings. That's not what he needs to do with the Knicks. The Knicks are already an established team. So there's not much pressure on him from that perspective. Like, uh-oh, I got to go to a bad team and lift them up. That's what Tom Thibodeau had to do. Right? Tom Thibodeau had to do the legwork to lift this organization up to where it's at now. Thank you, Tom Thibodeau, for that. I'm grateful. I am grateful for that. But now comes Mike Brown. He doesn't need to lift this team up in terms of like from the gutter. The team has risen. And now we're trying to get over the hump. Now we're trying to win an NBA title. Okay? So this Knicks team, a million times better. A million times better. A million times better than the Sacramento Kings. Okay? So that's why I look at it. That's how I look at it. Let's go, man. Breaking Knicks news. Now get LeBron. Now, this is going to ruther some feathers. That's a sensitive topic, my friend. I did make a video this morning about the rumors swirling around LeBron James and the Knicks. I do not see it happening legitimately. I really don't. But there are some real rumors that ties it up. Mike Brown, coach of LeBron James back in the Cavaliers days. But nah, I don't see it happening, man. I like the roster the way that it is. We don't need to go after LeBron. And that's the refreshing thing. Like, this Knicks team is constructed in a way where I'm not feeling desperate to go after a player like that. Right? But if Leon Rose wants to be aggressive and he does that, oh my God, would that shake up the NBA? Oh my goodness, would that change everything? Everything. My goodness. I don't see it happening. But I had to make a video on it because there's a lot of people talking about it in the world of the media. So that's also a thing. That's also a thing that we have to talk about. But it seems like the majority of you guys are pumped up about this news, folks. You're pumped up about the news. Okay? And I think that's exciting. Love to hear that you guys are pumped up about the news because the poll is voting in the chat that you're pumped up. You're saying, let's go. All right? 80% says let's go. 20% are not happy. That's a good ratio. 80 to 20 are happy. Let's do it. Guys, we got 300 people live right now on Knicks Media. Okay? Over 300 people live right now. Hit that like button, folks. The party is just starting here on Knicks Media, okay? The party's just starting. Hit that thumbs up button, baby. Let's go. I got to go get the food. I got it, folks. I secured it. We're not going to eat it now. We're not going to turn this into a mukbang, whatever that's called. But I ordered my lunch, and then all of a sudden, Mike Brown is a Knick, so I'm like, I got to go live. I gotta go live. We got some breaking New York Knicks news. I want the season to start now, man. I'm fired up. I miss the Knicks. What's JB think about it? When are they gonna do their next podcast, man? Can we get some energy in the chat right now? Let's go. This is the time to be excited if you're a Knicks fan, 100%. Come on, man. I'm not going to let no negativity infiltrate my positive nature of this Knicks basketball team. This Knicks team was 2 wins away from the NBA Finals with Tom Thibodeau. You insert Mike Brown, he's going to build a coaching staff, and you never know what's possible. You never know what's possible. Boom, we got a super chat from Orphan Nation. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Salute. Guys, do me a favor. Can you guys do me a favor right now? Support the Orphan Nation dono by hitting the like button on his super chat. Reply, give him the W's in the chat. We appreciate the super chat. Really goes a long way here to support Knicks Media on YouTube. Appreciate your channel always. Brown is at the door waiting to open up his first Knicks practice. Let's go. I appreciate that, bro. I really, really do appreciate the love. Appreciate that. Shout out to Orphan Nation for the $10 super chat. All right. Now, I think that the way you got to look at it is, number one, not everyone's going to be happy. Okay. The Knicks will never satisfy everybody, and that's okay. That's the way the world works. But let's shift focuses. What's your thoughts of the offseason so far, right? I bet you Leon Rose told Jordan Clarkson and his camp and Yabusele and his camp that it's Mike Brown. He's going to be the head coach. He's probably going to be the head coach, right? That was the idea. And I love the additions of Jordan Clarkson. I love the additions of Gershon Yabusele. I think that those 2 pieces off the bench are going to be massive. But now the next question is this a possibility? Bringing in Giannis. What if Giannis looks at the Milwaukee Bucks roster of the addition of Miles Turner, the subtraction of Dame Dalla, and he's like, I want out? What happens then, bro? Does Leon Rose pull the trigger? Does Leon Rose break up this squad and go after Giannis? Like, that is real. That's not something we could just ignore. All right? That's a real thing, folks. Real thing. I don't know. I'm not going to get my hopes up about it. And then the LeBron James thing is like such a weird rumor where your first instinct when you hear LeBron James Knicks, you're like, absolutely not. Like, no shot that's ever happening. We've been down this road before as Knicks fans. Every time LeBron James rumor swirls, the Knicks are always involved and they never get him. It's never going to happen. We don't want him, blah, 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 blah. But then you read deeper into this, it's like, wait a second. What if that actually does happen? I don't know. I'm somebody as a fan that keeps my mind open for every single possibility, even if it does not have any substance of happening. And the reason why I say that is because who had on their bingo card that Karl-Anthony Towns was going to get traded to the Knicks right before training camp? Like, I didn't see that one coming. The timing of Leon Rose is interesting, folks. It really, really is. So hit that thumbs up button, folks. We got 2 more likes to get 100 thumbs up button smashed. I appreciate you guys big time. 270 of you guys voted in the poll, but only 98 hit the like button. Balance that out, baby. Mike Brown is your newest Knicks head coach. It is official, by the way. There's no speculation. It's not like he's the favorite. It is now 100% official. Shams of ESPN reported it. Everybody's talking about it. This is a graphic posted by SNY from Ian Begley. All right, so it happened. It's official. There's no rumors about it. There's no speculation. This is the live stream to break the news that it is a 100,000,000% done. He is the next Knicks head coach, folks. He is. We also had another report, thanks for reminding me, that the Knicks checked in on Ben Simmons. Could the Knicks go after Ben Simmons as a piece off the bench? What an interesting name to hear being linked to the Knicks. I mean, my first instincts of Ben Simmons is he's just bad. I mean, let's be honest, dude. But I don't know. Maybe get him in a certain role. He could be the rebounder or defender. But the guy stinks. Let's be honest, dude. I don't want no Ben Simmons affiliated with the Knicks. He's like a meme of the NBA. I'll pass. I don't like his energy. I don't know. Maybe a positive culture like the Knicks can impact him in a positive way. You never know. You never know. But I think that there's potential options for this Knicks team to shake up the roster. And I think from here on out, if the Knicks make another move, it's going to be a trade. I don't think they have any flexibility to make a signing in free agency. They're capped out financially speaking. So if they want to make an addition to this roster, it's going to come via the trade market. And I'm sure there's a lot of avenues that they can go. Now that Mike Brown's hired, I think things are going to start leveling up in terms of trade rumors, because Mike Brown's going to now be in the building with Leon Rose. Now they come together and say, hey, that player on that team, let's reach out to them and trade. Let's see what they're in. Like, I think now the trade market for the Knicks perspective is going to increase. All of a sudden, speculation is going to spin around. Everybody is going to be talking about a potential Knicks trade. And, like, I don't know if I want the Knicks to trade. I feel like a guy like Mikal Bridges, he just benefited the most, in my opinion. I mean, it doesn't matter who's been benefited the most, blah, blah, blah. But my point is, Mikal Bridges, he liked Thibodeau, but he felt like he was misused. And that's just real facts. He did not like the way he was used as an offensive piece to this basketball team. I don't think that Bridges was utilized properly. I think if you can combine Mike Brown's offensive scheme with the talent of Jalen Brunson, Bridges' offensive game, OG's offensive game, which keeps showing strides, like, there's real upside. Karl-Anthony Towns' offensive game, I mean, he's one of the best offensive bigs in the league. So there's some real stuff going on here, folks. I think that off the bench with Jordan Clarkson, Deuce McBride, Mitchell Robinson, Yabusele, and the young guys, like, I like those. Am I the only one? You look at this Knicks roster, it's like, wow. With the addition of Clarkson and Yabusele, like, come on, man. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Let's go. Knicks fans, this is an opportunity to welcome yourself into a brand new era of basketball. And this is based off the, like, name a better option. Who should the Knicks, if you're not a fan of Mike Brown and you wanted the Knicks to get somebody else, who did you want them to get instead? Like, who was the guy you wanted this Knicks team to get that was not Mike Brown? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Who's the guy that you wanted the Knicks to bring in? Because based off of the people that were available, Mike Brown was the best candidate, in my opinion. Based off the coaches that they interviewed, I think that he was the best candidate. Especially when it's mutual. The only people that were, like, the Knicks did not conduct a wide net search. They reached out to certain teams for requests to interview, and then they all said no. So they just hired Mike Brown. I'm sorry, they hired Mike Brown, but they interviewed him. Taylor Jenkins they interviewed, and some other guys, Borrego. They never even interviewed Johnny Bryant. They never interviewed Van Gundy. They never interviewed Mark Jackson. All the people that are saying that. And there's no denying the number one target for the Knicks was Jason Kidd. That's a fact, too. They wanted Jason Kidd. But the problem is Jason Kidd is under contract with the Mavericks, so he couldn't go anywhere. I'll tell you right now, if Jason Kidd was available, he would have been the coach. And that is true. And that's okay to admit. Damn, we're so close to 16K subs, guys. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that sub button. As we got breaking New York Knicks news, Mike Brown is the official next Knicks head coach. Woo! big time. Big time. Dawn Staley was an interesting coach. Maybe she'll be an assistant. You never know. Getting into the NBA, we're seeing a lot of that happen around the league. Let's do it. Mike Brown is a good hire, but needs to bring in Micah Nori with him. That would be sick if we can lure him away from Minnesota. I don't know if that will happen, but that would be pretty sick. I like this hire, but I feel another Eastern Conference Finals and done. I don't know. Why do you say that? Guys, if you have any questions, comments, please let me know in the chat right now. We got some breaking Knicks news. This is a big moment in Knicks history, folks. Big moment in Knicks history. We're going to look back at this moment thinking to ourselves, did the Knicks hit a home run? Because what's going to make or break Mike Brown's career with the Knicks, and it's wild to say this, but could he bring us home? Can he win a title? Can he help this Knicks team become a champion? Wow. What a moment. What a moment. Damn, I wanted Richie to be the next head coach of the Knicks. Maybe next time. After we win a chip, I'll fill in for Mike Brown. How about that? How would it affect Deuce's growth? That's a good question. I mean, I'm going to credit Tom Thibodeau for the development of Deuce McBride, but Mike Brown, I think, can unlock the offensive upside of Deuce for sure. It's not going to impact his growth. I think Deuce is at this stage, like, it's not like he needs much more development. I mean, players are always developing. They're always trying to improve their game, but Deuce is now an established role player. So I'm excited to see where he grows, what he grows into. The East will be so weak, man. Maybe on the Cavs can get us a run. Hey, I think that you look at the Eastern Conference, we are the favorites. Name a better team in the East heading into this season as we predicted to be better than the Knicks. Cavaliers, I mean, I don't know. They were obviously better than the Knicks last year in terms of the regular season. Celtics, look at their team now. Pacers, no Miles Turner, no Halliburton with the injury. I can see the Magic taking a jump. I can see the Hawks getting a little bit better. Who knows, man? Is LeBron coming here? I don't know, man. Check out the video I made this morning. I made a full breakdown on my channel about all the rumors you need to know. And that wasn't me saying it's happening at all. All it was is me talking about the rumors that's going on, man, because there's a lot of rumors around the New York Knicks and LeBron James. So I had to break it all down. Glad we found a coach, but not 100% confident in the hire. Let's go Knicks. Yeah, I mean, the only way we become 100% confident is if he goes out there and executes. Now, the only thing that's next is go out there and win basketball games. Go out there and be a top 3 seed. I mean, top 2 seed. I mean, there's no reason why we can't be the number 1 seed, bro. And the number 1 seed means nothing, by the way, if you don't go to the NBA Finals. The Pacers, what were they, the 5th seed or something like that? And they made the finals. Or the 4th seed, I don't know what it was. But, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Is this a moment in Knicks history, folks? Mike Brown, who will you be? Will you be an absolute dog and lift this Knicks team to new heights? Will we get over the hump and win an NBA title? Mike Brown made Sabonis into a monster. Can you do that with Mitch? Wow, that's a good point. Are we going to see Mitchell Robinson's offensive game unlock? I don't know. Mitch is such an intriguing offensive player. Like, I don't see much of his game that he can do. Every time he touches the ball, I'm just hoping that he doesn't put the ball on the floor and just goes up with it. Because every time he tries to dribble underneath the rim, like when he gets an offensive rebound, for example, Mitch, I hate when he takes a dribble because it usually gets stolen. Like, nah, don't even dribble. Don't even put the ball down. Keep it high and put that thing up and dunk it in their face. But hey, I can see Mitchell Robinson being heavily involved in this offense more. From alley-oops, pick and rolls. He's not going to be like my boy says, he's not going to be an offensive threat. That's not his game. But I can see more creative ways to get him the rock. That's what it's going to be. It's not going to be like all of a sudden we're going to see Mitch sizing people up like he does in the summer at the gym. Nah, that's not what's going to happen, bro. That's not what's going to happen. Man, this is intriguing stuff. So, folks, we're going to wrap up the show here. I'm going to eat my lunch. I also got my daily NFL show. I know this is not an NFL show right here, but if you guys did not know, I do have a daily NFL show on my media company that I'm a co-founder of, Roundtable Sports. That's what I do full-time. I am the COO, and I'm the co-founder and building up Roundtable Sports, which is a very exciting, growing media network. Right now, we're starting off in the NFL, and we will be branching into the NBA, branching into the New York Knicks eventually, so make sure you guys go check it out. That's where I have to go right now, my daily show. It's called Fourth and Forever, 2 p.m. EST, talking all things NFL. I got to run to that channel. It'll redirect you there if you guys want to go check it out. Go support your boy over there on Roundtable Sports, man. Appreciate you guys big time. I hope you have a fantastic day. This is a big moment, big-time moment for the New York Knicks, okay? We'll never forget. And now we just got to hope and pray that this is going to be the right man for the job. All right? That's what we can hope for. That's all we can hope for. Welcome to the New York Knicks, Mr. Mike Brown. I'll see you guys on Fourth and Forever. If you're interested to come over and watch that show, see you next time.